Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is the Stitch Your Own Adventure podcast, and my name is Erica, and I do this to talk to whoever is interested about my knitting and my crafting. So yeah, I'm happy to be back. I had a week off last week because I was on a vacation where it was impractical to film a podcast. But yeah, I'm back. Fall is in full swing. It is quite chilly here in Minneapolis, where I live, which is great for knitting. It's never too cold to knit. It can get a little too hot though, so this is good. Yeah, anyway, we can start talking about what we're here for, which is the knitting and the projects. So what I'm wearing today is a hand knit. This is actually the very first sweater that I made, and I didn't make it that long ago. I think I started it like last, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna have to sneeze again. What is this? I started it, I feel like I made it last winter. Like I started it in like December or something and finished it, I don't know, January, February, March. I wasn't keeping very good track back then. But yeah, this is the first knit sweater that I have made, and this is the Flax sweater by Tin Can Knits. It's a super great free pattern, like amazing beginner pattern. And I was actually so nervous about making a sweater. I was like, oh, there's so many things I don't know, that I made a baby version first to try it all out before I like committed. But then, yeah, I made this and I really love it. I made it with Knit Picks Wool of the Andes, and I don't remember the color. I want to say it's like Garnet Heather maybe, but it's worsted weight. I think they have a fingering weight version of the pattern as well that I believe is also free. But yeah, highly recommend that pattern if you're like taking the leap into sweater knitting. I did make a couple of adjustments. Let's see. I wrote everything down. I was worried I was gonna forget. I didn't do, the pattern has like a garter panel on the sleeves that I did not do on the adult version. I did on the baby version that I made, but I didn't do it on this one because I just wanted a super simple sweater that I sort of knew I'd wear. So no garter panel. I didn't do any decreases on the sleeves. I just did them straight down and then did a rapid decrease at the cuff. I think it looks pretty good. It's definitely comfy, and I think I knit it to pattern. I don't know. I think I might have gotten a little lazy at the end. It's a little short. I would have liked it maybe like an inch or two longer, just because I know like it doesn't have any short rows or anything. It's the same length all the way around. And in the back, like if I were to lean forward or something, like I don't know if I could really wear it to work super easily without like showing, like there'd be a gap, I think, between like the back of the sweater and my pants, which is just like not dress code appropriate for work. I don't have a problem with it in general, so I can definitely wear it on the weekends. Or if I just wear like higher pants. I have to wear like my highest pants to avoid that with this particular sweater. But I do really like it. I am really proud of it, given that it was my very first knit sweater. And someone is at the door. I don't know if it's I think it's my neighbors. I've got upstairs neighbors, so I think they were just coming home. Anyway. Yeah, so this is what I'm wearing today. Super cozy, super warm, and it is woolly. I will say, like, it's not itchy it's not itchy overall. I can definitely feel like little prickles sort of on my neck and chest area, but not like itchy. So I think it's fine for me. Someone who is even more sensitive than me, maybe go with like a superwash choice. But yeah. All right, anyway, let's get into my actual projects. I have no finished objects. I I really didn't do very much knitting on vacation, just the way things were. Didn't really make sense. But I still have done some things since the last time we talked. So, let's see. One thing I'm not going to show is my shawl. I made some progress, but like nothing notable, maybe just like a couple inches on my Touchstone by Fogbound Knits, so I'm not going to show that today. I'll show it next time though, hopefully, if I've made more progress. I got a little like sweater obsessed and sort of just wasn't in the mood to pick up the shawl. I was like I don't know, there's something about sweaters, they're like so motivating. But anyway, this is my Ranunculus, my impulse cast on Ranunculus. I'm so pleased with it. So as I said last time, I put in a marker, guys. I got this cute little stitch marker, or progress keeper. Look, it's a little like snowy capped mountain. Can you see it? So cute. I got it from a seller on Etsy called WhimsynSassy, and she has a bunch of cute like polymer clay progress keepers for I think a pretty reasonable price. So highly recommend. I did get a few, but I'm only going to show you them as I have them on projects. So anyway, this is my Ranunculus. Yay! And that is where I was last time I showed you. Way up there. Still in all the like fancy section. I did the whole body. The entire body and the ribbing. And it fits, which is the best part. So yeah, pretty cool. And this is, since this was an impulse cast on, I didn't like really have yarn that was like sweater appropriate, but whatever, use what you got. And the yarn I'm using is this Loops and Threads Baby Rainbow, which is 100% polyester. I don't know. It'll do. And it's in the color Light Aqua. And yeah, as I explained last time, like this, I think it was last time, they market this as a baby yarn, but then they say it's hand wash only, lay flat to dry, which is like, I don't know. I don't think that's great for a baby yarn, but that's my personal opinion. Yeah, this is a 200 gram skein, and all I have left to do are the sleeves, right? Which is good because you can sort of make those any length that you want, but this is all I have left. And I did buy a little scale because I was like, I was just really nervous about the sleeves. So I gave in, made a little purchase, got a little scale, and this is about 37 grams out of the 200. This is what I have left to cover both sleeves. So we'll see how that goes. So I think if I leave a little bit of a buffer, then that's what, like 35 grams, which is, what would that be? Like 17 and a half grams for each sleeve. I don't know how far that's gonna get me. I think ideally, like if I could choose in my perfect world, I'd have the sleeves be like just past elbow, but I'm not sure this is gonna cover that. So they might be like kind of the same length as my, I'm blanking. Might be the same length as my sleeves on the purple sweater I just finished. Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. It's the spring sorrel. There it is. And those were, about like mid bicep. So if it has to be like that, that'll be fine. Hopefully I'm able to estimate pretty well because there is like a short row section on the sleeves that I do want to do to give it like a diagonal line, and because it's like once you commit to that, it is a certain number of rows. It'll take how much yarn it takes. So hopefully I estimate my yarn usage appropriately. We'll see how it goes. I haven't started the sleeves yet because this project uses the same size needles as the other project I'm working on, and I only have one pair. So I got kind of sucked into that one. And now this is on the back burner too, but I will not let this sit for very long because, I mean, it flew and I just want to finish it. And I know once I pick up the sleeves, it'll go fast. It's just like switching around the needles and all that stuff. But I do really want to finish it and see how it looks and if I like it. And I mean, if I don't, then it was a really fun project. Like, the process of it was so fun. If the finished project isn't something that I like really enjoy wearing, whatever, you know, this yarn was not expensive, so that's okay. In my book, that's okay. It's the entertainment hours that you get out of it. Like, that's what matters. Let's see if I missed anything on that. No, I don't think so. So then this is my other project, which has been taking up my time since I came back from vacation. And this I mentioned last time I showed the yarn that I bought for it. This is the Felix cardigan. Can't you tell? It's a cardigan. So this is the Felix cardigan, tangled up, by Savory Knitting, or Amy Christophers? I won't know until someone tells me the right way. But yeah, this is the Felix cardigan, and I am so excited about it. I've never done a cardigan before, and it's just been so fun. It's not perfect, but that's okay. My first one, right? Can't be too hard on myself. And I think it's pretty good, actually. I don't really know. I feel like the gauge is a little bit off, even though I gauge swatched, but that's how it goes sometimes. So I guess with a cardigan, so it is from the top down, so I guess this is it. It's got like the front and the sleeves and the back. And I did all of this since I talked to you guys last, and I'm pretty pleased with that. I am excited to see like how I do with the button band and like picking up those stitches, because I've never done a button band or like a neck band like that before, so this will definitely be an adventure. That's to come though. That's tomorrow's problem, or not tomorrow, but you know, don't borrow tomorrow's problems today. I shouldn't do that. But anyway, I did do there's short rows on this, which used the wrap and turn technique, which I hadn't done before, so that was exciting to like do another new technique. Now I feel like I can do any short row thing. I feel like I have sort of conquered that fear, and I can do it. I really can, which is super exciting. So yeah, this is how much I've done, and this yarn that I'm using for my Felix cardigan is City Tweed. Here, let me get the label. City Tweed by Knit Picks. It's the Aran heavy worsted, and it is in the color Orca. Yeah, it's in the color Orca, which is this beautiful like charcoal gray with these lighter specks. There's some like more golden specks, some like white. I'll show you what's remaining of the donut that I have, so you can kind of see that. Yeah, and it's great. Oh, I didn't tell you the composition. It is made of, oh, does it say it on the label? Yes, 55% merino, 25% superfine alpaca, and 20% Donegal tweed, which is pretty luxurious for my standards. But yeah, this is what I have left of just the first skein, so I'm pretty impressed with that also. Like, all of this came from that one donut skein. Donut? Do you have to pick? Is the skein like anything, or is the skein a specific shape? Tell me if you have an opinion on that. I'm not sure what those rules are. But yeah, all of this came from one. So I'm feeling good that hopefully I have enough yarn. I just decided last night on what size I was gonna make, because you can sort of there's some stuff you can do before you sort of have to come to that decision point. And I am gonna make the second size from the smallest. I thought maybe I would make this small, but then since my gauge is like a little bit off, I just figured if it's oversized, I'll still wear it. If it's too small, I won't. So I should probably go one up, just be safe. So yeah, can't put it down. I'm just really excited about it. I'm hoping, we'll see if I can finish like the raglan section today and maybe split for the sleeves. I'm not gonna hold my breath, like I've got stuff to do, but in my dream world, I will finish that today. What was I gonna say about this? Oh, I was super excited because another podcaster who has been watching my podcast and who I've been watching hers, she's also making the Felix cardigan. She is Yarngirl, and I would recommend you check her out. She gave me a really sweet shout out the other week on her podcast, which I really appreciated, and she's just like so calm and has a nice presence, and yeah, I like watching her, and I feel like in like the things that she's planning on making, I just watched her newest episode, and the things that she's planning on making in the fall are very much things that I'm interested in as well. Like I think we have a similar aesthetic for some of those more simple classic designs, so it's really fun to watch her and also watch someone else like making progress on the same project I'm working on. It's kind of fun to like, I don't know, compare and feel like you're, kind of I don't know, like in it together. That's kind of the fun thing about, I feel like, the knitting podcast. It's like every time someone does something that you've done, or you do something someone else has done, or whatever it is, it's like there's just that sense of connection, which I love. So yes, this is the Felix cardigan, showing it for the last time before I put it away for the day. And yeah, I'll just talk very little bit about life stuff. So yeah, I had my trip to Denver where I visited with my sister, and my mom came also. And yeah, we just hung out with my sister and her husband, did a few fun things, went to the botanical gardens, went to this cool art installation exhibition thing called Meow Wolf. I guess they have a few different locations, and it's like crazy interactive, immersive art exhibit type thing. It was pretty fun. But yeah, we also just spent a lot of time like hanging out, playing games, watching a couple movies, and it was a really nice trip. But I am happy to be home. I got a little like socialed out. I'm a pretty introverted person, so I like really enjoy spending time with people. But at the end of the day, like I do need to recharge. So yep, it's time. I'm in that recharging part from returning from my trip. But it was really lovely, and Denver was beautiful. It just seems like the sky is like so big there, because even though it's known for having mountains and all those hiking trails and things, a big chunk of it is so flat that it feels like you can just see the sky for like miles, which is really nice. Yeah, and then since being back, it got quite cold. The fall colors have really set in here, which is like amazing. It's one of the best things about living here. We sometimes just have like the most beautiful falls. So Ben, my boyfriend, and I, we decided we wanted to go on a hike yesterday, and the DNR, Department of Natural Resources, maybe, but on their website they put out a like color watch where you can sort of look at a map of Minnesota and like see where the colors are, and if it's like past prime colors or like, I don't know, it's really cool. So we found a park that was in like prime color season, I guess, and we went on a little hike at this really beautiful nature reserve. It was a nice easy hike, nothing crazy, just some pretty mellow ups and downs, and yeah, just like the most beautiful colors, golds and oranges and yellows, and there were a few like really bright red trees, which was just gorgeous. So yeah, got to spend that time outside, and it was really, really lovely. So that's what's been going on for me. Back to work tomorrow. I was back at work earlier in the week too when I got back from Denver, but back to work tomorrow after the weekend, and yeah, that's life. So I hope you guys are all having a great time. I hope that if you're in a place that has, you know, seasonal changes, I know not everywhere does, where I grew up didn't really, but I hope if you do that you're enjoying those colors and the change in the season, and that no matter where you are, you're enjoying your projects, your knitting, your crocheting, whatever you're working on. And I do just want to say a really big thank you to everyone who has been watching. I am like so amazed that anyone has found me on the internet and has been watching, and I'm just so like, I don't know, just so grateful that you want to spend time with me if you are, and it just makes me really happy. Like every time anyone subscribes to my channel or like leaves a comment, I squeal, like I'm so excited. So thank you so much to those of you who are like engaging with me in my channel. It's what I'm hoping for. Like I want to have that sense of community around this thing that I love. So yeah, thank you, and I hope you all make the type of progress that you want on your projects at whatever pace makes you happy, and I will talk to you next week. Bye!